And desire is not political to me, at least not at first. And so Mr. Deshaun on there, he stated that how these desires and how when how our subconscious desires align with like trained thoughts and how we were raised and cultural things where we have placed people, places, things, categories, and all that other stuff on a certain level, right? We think that's the way we're attracted to that, and that we should challenge ourselves to be more open holistically. It gave me very much like No Fats or Films. I remember that, and I hated seeing that, but it is what people like those who are in shape. They like those. There are people out there who don't like people with feminine qualities. They are attracted to masculinity. So I get it, and I do understand how we need to look into the things that we like and kind of break it apart. And I think that's the work that should be done. But what I will say, sometimes the work is futile. It don't fucking matter. What are you doing the work for? It ain't gonna change shit. You like what you fucking like. You like what you like. And you can't force yourself to like something that you are not naturally attracted to. If that were the case, everybody who's gay, who like men naturally, well, they can force themselves to love the opposite, what they don't oppositely find, natural to them. They will have to convince themselves, and a lot of DL people do that. And that's a problem, because you can't untrain and teach that. Now, you can identify that, I'm attracted to that, and it may come from, what's been taught to me, what's been ingrained in me, what the social constructs of what's approved is and what's beautiful is. Absolutely. I think that we all can be very transparent about those things, but it's not going to change shit. And Laverne asked the question when he challenged, you are going after that particular type of person, blonde eyes, blonde hair, blue eyes, MAGA, you're going after people that everyone has deemed to be this attractive person, this attractive thing, and that's what you're going after. And so when you go after that, it's like subconsciously, it's like, you're enamored with it. And although that can be true, it's also not as easy to be attracted to just something that you're naturally not attracted to. And I loved how Laverne walked through that. I have had physical encounters with a multitude of races and creeds and, religions and political views. Hell, we all have, because I'm sorry, we're not out here interviewing every piece that we will lay down with. We're not doing it. Now, from a dating perspective, one thing that I have learned from the show is that there are conversations and discussions that should be had up front if you're wanting to weed out those who may not see it for you. But please understand, people will show up with their representative. They will lie to you, and they will say whatever they have to say to get what they want out of you. And then once you realize it, you have to make the decision if you're going to stay or not. But sometimes it's not always that easy to do, especially when they're treating you the way you've always deserved to be treated. And that situation can land into both being teachable moments, learning experiences for both. And she actually dove down into that and talked about how there are things that he viewed a certain way that he now views differently because of that experience. And she also doubled down and said, listen, we ultimately broke up because once we discovered the political views and once we saw that wasn't really any room to grow, we decided to go our separate way. But instead, all everybody wanted to say is, oh my God, but you laid down with, and you laid down with, and you laid, a lot of y'all hoes done laid down with fleas, with dogs, and woke up with fleas, ticks, and mites, and every goddamn thing else, and you clean yourself up, honey, and you get yourself back on the saddle, and you learn from that experience is what you do. But what we're not going to do is continue to tear you down. And I think it was stated that, oh my God, girl, you are too old for this. Girl, age don't have shit to do with experience.